Hello everybody, it's Dana Sullivan, the Stampin' Chick, here with day 6 of the 12 days of Christmas tags. How are you doing today, friends? Are you loving these tags? They're so cute. I just love them. All right, now for day 6, this is one of my absolute favorites of the 12 as well. So I've already shown you day 4 was one of my top 1 or 2 favorite tags, and this one is definitely up there as well. So I hope that you enjoy it. Let's get started, shall we? All right, here's what you're going to need. First of all, I'm using the Sweetest Time Stamps and Die bundle to create this adorable gift tag. Doesn't it just scream Candyland? I love it. It's got a very classic Christmas feel and a chalkboard look like Granny's kitchen. Oh, so sweet. I just love it. And we're using the Sweetest Time stamps and dies as well. I'm using For You with Christmas Cheer for the sentiment. And then the dies are just as cute as they can be. I'm using the candy canes and the candy discs to make the embellishments for my tag. Now, as you can see, the dies also include 2 different panel ones, and these are fantastic because they actually cut out basically an entire length of card. So I have one here just as a sample to show you. This is what, oh, if I can get it, this is what this one cuts out. And so you can see it has a line around the outer edge of the dies that cut the line completely so that you have this open edge, which is just gorgeous. And then the same thing with the holly leaves and berries, and it's just so pretty. I love it so much. And then it also has a beautiful set of candles. You know, these candles could actually be used for any occasion. If you stamped them in pink or blue or purple or whatever, they would make a really pretty birthday card, wouldn't they? And then Love and Light to You, I mean, that's anytime. Super cute. All right, so let's get to it. We have the Stamp and Die bundle. I'm also using the Stitch So Sweetly dies. This is the largest of the scalloped rectangles, and then a piece of cardstock that measures 3. This is 3 and, oh, what is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 sixteenths. 3 and 11 sixteenths. But it's the one line just shy of 3/4 if you don't know your sixteenths, which obviously I didn't either. And then it's 2.5 inches wide. Now the reason for the odd 16th inch cut is so that it fits the stitched rectangle perfectly, okay? And then I'm also bringing in the stitched rectangles dies to create the blackboard for the center of our tag, okay? Now, as you can see on the tag, I've done a little bit of embossing. This is done with the white embossing powder, a Versamark ink, and then the heat tool, and it makes a beautiful blackboard, chalkboard look, which is great. Now, I've already done that because it takes a little more time and that heat tool is loud, but there are plenty of videos that I've posted previously that show how to heat emboss if you haven't already learned how to do that. And then we're also going to use some cherry cobbler cardstock pieces to make our candy canes, Whisper White for the backgrounds, and then also a Whisper White scraps to do the little candy discs. As you can see, I've already pre-stamped and cut everything so that we don't waste too much time. We can get right to the assembly of the project because I know that's the part you want to see. All right, so let me put these out of the way. And first things first, we'll take our Stampin' Steel adhesive. I will never stop calling it snail. Oh my goodness. Okay, and then we're going to align this with the white scalloped rectangle. So just like that. And then we'll do the same thing with our blackboard once it is embossed. And we'll just put it right in the middle as well. Just like so. All right, now that we've done this part, I'm going to go ahead and take my hole punch, and I'm just going to punch right in the corner. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to be using some liquid glue as well as dimensionals to get all of these cute little elements on here. So let me start with a little bit of liquid glue here. And I'm going to take one of these peppermint discs and lay it right there just at the corner of the blackboard. Okay? And then I'm going to take some mini dimensionals and put on my candy cane. And we'll layer this right over the corner. Just about like so. And then take another of those mini dimensionals to put on the back of a peppermint disc. And we'll offset this one just a bit, like that. Now let's do one more of those peppermint discs and put it right up here. There we go. Okay, now we want to do our little candy cane trio here. Aren't they so cute? I just love them. This is really a pretty product collection. I love it. All right, so before we can assemble them, we need to go ahead and glue this piece together. And what you're going to need to do, or at least the easiest way to do this, you could take your liquid glue and dot around there if you want to, or you could squeeze a little bit of liquid glue onto your silicone mat and use a sponge and sponge it on. Either way is totally fine. Today, for the sake of cleaning up after myself, I'm just going to very carefully dot along. Now, if I were doing all of the others too, like when I did the rest of them yesterday, I did use the sponge and the liquid glue on the mat because it's a lot faster, especially when you're doing multiple pieces, to be able to just squeeze the glue onto the mat and then sponge it all over. So either way is a great way to do this. We're only doing one, so I can get away with just putting a little spot here and there. Alright, and then just like that, and our candy cane is done. Okay, now we're going to stagger these a little bit, and you can stagger them, of course, however you like. I think that's super cute. So when you do this, of course, you're going to have a couple of little spots where your candy canes overlap each other. So they're going to do something sort of like this. So you want to put a little dot of glue behind each of those spaces. And so we'll get our liquid glue again. You could also use a glue dot for that matter. But we've got our liquid glue here, so we'll just go ahead and do that. There we go. Alright, so that's good. And then a little bit right there. Let's turn that just a little. That's the wonderful thing about liquid glue, is that you've got a good little minute to play with it before it totally locks up on you. Alright, there we go. You know what? I'm fiddling with it, and I shouldn't. I should just be leaving it alone because I like the way it was. There we go. Alright, there we go. Okay, now I'm going to put some little dimensionals behind them so that way they're popped up and looking great. You want to make sure to keep track of anything that you're going to be hanging off the edge. So I'm not going to want to put anything along this little end of the candy cane hook. So I'll just put my finger on there, so that way I know not to put a dimensional right there, but I can put one there and here. And you know what? Let's move this one. We may not be able to move it. We'll just add another one. I don't want my candy canes to sag. There's nothing worse than a saggy candy cane. Alright, there we go. And peel the backings off of these little buggers, and then we will attach the candy canes and it will look beautiful. Alright. There we go. Fabulous! Okay, now I have 3 different types of ribbon. This one is from the Playful Pets bundle, the trim combo, which you can tell, and it's the black and white braided baker's twine. Oh my goodness. And then I've got the white crinkle ribbon, the seam binding, and then the oh my goodness, not black and white, that's here. The white polka dotted tulle. And they're all approximately 9 inches. So if you're cutting your ribbon, about 9 inches of each with the polka dotted tulle, the crinkled seam binding ribbon, and the black and white baker's twine. And I'm going to put these 2 together and we'll loop them just like we've done the other tags in the past. Just bring the ends together and create a loop. Fold the ends over so that you can tuck them from the back to the front. Find your loop again, bring your tails through the loop, and this time I'm making sure that everything is coming together over the corners right here. Okay, so I'm just gonna fold it down and then gently tug until it's how I like it. You can tug on each of the 2 tail pieces like that, and then it'll fit on there nice and snug, and then we'll wrap this piece around and tie it into a super cute little bow. Okay? There is a fly in my studio, and he will not leave me alone. I don't even know how he came in. Is it not winter time? Should they not be dead? Ugh. And you know, they don't bother you until you're busy and you don't need to be bothered, and that's when you get bothered by them. And I have a little fly swatter because in the summertime I like to keep the doors open, you know, and let some fresh air in. And so occasionally we get flies inside. You know, we live on a farm, so flies are a thing. But I have a little fly swatter, and of course, the minute I pick that up, they go, "Ah, Mom's serious! Run, run, run!" So you go, "Go away!" So frustrating, silly things. Get off. Okay, so now I'm just gonna trim up my ends. Nice and pretty. There we go. And I made these just a tiny bit shorter than the other one, so you can see which way you prefer. I think maybe I like the longer tails better, but the little ones are very cute. So anyway, they were 9 inches to start with, so just don't trim off as much if you want to leave them long. All right, friends, there you have it. Today's project, day 6 of the 12 tags of Christmas. I hope that you are enjoying these. They are so much fun, and please make these if you have the supplies, or if you want to order the supplies. If you'd like to order the supplies, you can visit my website, danasullivan.stampinup.net. I would love to be your demonstrator, and if you're not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator already and love Stampin' Up's products, the best bundle to get is the Ultimate Bundle, which is the starter kit, and you can get $125 worth of products for only 99 bucks. And right now you can pre-order the Celebration and Spring Mini Catalog stuff, so it's fantastic and super exciting, and I would love to have you on my Stampin' Chicks team. So thank you all so much. I hope you've enjoyed them. Stay tuned for the next ones. And until next time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow afternoon right here in the group. Have a wonderful day, friends. Bye for now.